I take 5 giant steps? No. You can take 3 baby steps. But I asked for permission. Denied. We did that a lot as a kid, didn't we? You have to raise your hand. Can I go to the bathroom? Can I be heard? Can I speak up? No. Can I leave without eating my food? No. How many times did we hear no when we asked for permission? We got kind of used to it, didn't we? Let me ask you guys a question. Anybody ask for permission from anything for today? Permission to maybe what? Leave that abusive relationship? Permission to lose those 25 pounds? Permission to be the rock star you thought you were at 3 o'clock in the morning? For the last 3 decades, I've been teaching communication and the ability to pitch your ideas. People come to me, they want their perfect pitch. Turns out people don't have a sales problem. They have a permission problem. Hi, everybody. My name is Dr. Forbes Riley. Forbes as in the magazine. And yes, I've been in your bedrooms and your living rooms and your kitchens late at night selling you stuff you didn't even know you needed. Yeah, that was me. $2.5 billion later, I'm known as the queen of pitch. So I must be an expert communicator, right? Must have always been very easy. Turns out it was anything but. 1960 Long Island. My mother's pregnant with twins. She's got giant blue curlers in her hair. Thank goodness, because that day she was in a really bad car accident. Her head goes through the windshield. She survives. I survived. The baby boy did not. I was born at 4 pounds, very, very premature, and I spent 3 months in an incubator, struggling to survive. But that's kind of the motto of my entire life. You get to survive. I gave myself permission, even as an infant, to know that I wasn't giving up this fight. Then I got to elementary school, and they discovered that my teeth went in all different directions. My jaw was very misshapen, and so they put me in braces. Who here has had braces, right? For a year, 2 years, 5 years? 8 years of my life as a little girl, full set of railroad tracks, headgear, rubber bands. My mouth was always in pain. And then they stuck a tongue thruster in my mouth. So for 2 years I talked like this, and no one could understand a single word that I said. So nobody wanted to be my friend. I stayed at home and I watched a lot of television. Now, in the 1960s and 70s, that was very strange social standards. There were shows like I Dream of Jeannie. There was a little girl in a bottle calling her man master. There was a witch who could rub her nose. These were my role models. There was the Munsters. There was the Partridge Family and the Addams Family. Oh, see, while most little girls were being raised and having great social skills with their friends in the real world, I was being mentored by a 7-foot butler who barely spoke, a disembodied hand, and a whole family of very strange but lovable monsters. They taught me something, though. They gave me permission to be weird. Gave me permission to be creative, to not fit in. Gave me permission to believe that life wasn't everything that we all think it is. And I discovered a truth, that when you stop waiting for permission, your life finally begins. So there was a concept that I now teach. I've taught over 200,000 students communication. And one, it starts with this thing right here. This is your voice. Many of you choose not to use it. You choose to be unseen, unheard, like I was as a little girl. You play it safe. There's these 3 voices in your head. The first one is the inherited historic voice. This is the you that was told who you were by other people, the people who raised you, your friends, your family, your cousins, your bullies, your teachers. Oh, she trips, you're a klutz. She's behind my dress, she's shy. And you carry these labels with you into adulthood as if it was your badge of honor. The second voice is your protector. This is your little 4-year-old who just loves you, but she listened to all the things they had to say, and she's your protector. Well, they said you were a klutz, so don't dance. They said you should be seen and not heard, so don't speak up, don't public speak. And all of a sudden you become aware that you are an introvert or a procrastinator, or you sabotage yourself because that little you is trying to protect you, and so you play small. You've not yet given yourself permission to fly because it's scary, don't do it. And that other voice, that last voice, that's the future voice. The problem with that voice is it's a whisper. Call him back. You can do it. You look great in that outfit. Write that book, take that chance, start that business. But you can barely hear it because that loud voice is saying, no, it's too scary, don't do that. What if you fail? It reminds me of a story. 4 friends. One wants a heart, one wants a brain, one wants courage, and one wants to go home. Odds are you've seen The Wizard of Oz. And they go to great peril to seek out this wonderful wizard who's going to grant them permission to all these things that they want so badly. They finally get there, pull the curtain aside, and there's a guy, an average guy, a carnival barker, who says, I have no special powers, but looking at you, you don't need them. It seems to me that you've had that inside of you all along. And as if by magic, the Scarecrow has a thought. The Tin Man's heart begins to beat. The lion roars with courage. And Dorothy clicks her red shoes 3 times and she gets to go home. Why didn't they give permission to themselves if they had it inside of them all along? And my question to you is, why haven't you? And maybe it is one person who has to grant you permission for you to understand your personal greatness. For me, I wanted to be an actress so bad. I auditioned for all the school plays and all the school musicals. You know what I got? I got townsperson number 3, or chorus. I never had a name. I never had a line to speak. But inside of me, I thought, man, can't I do this? But it kept saying, no, 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 you're not good enough. See, you don't get those parts. You're not worthy of that. Stop dreaming. It's not yours to have. So I'm in college. I was going to go be a lawyer. And I had this one dream of being an actress. So I auditioned once again for the senior play. It was Shakespeare's As You Like It. The lead character's name is Rosalind. She's on stage for 2.5 hours. She does everything. She's manipulative. She becomes a boy to help save her friends. She's a glorious character. I audition. I go to the call board, and to see which townsperson do I get to play in this play. And my name's not there. And I had a moment where my protector said, see, told you, you can't even get a townsperson or a chorus in a college play. You're not talented enough. It's not right for you. And I remember that moment very sadly. And then I said, okay, if that's to be. And I said, well, who's the lucky collegiate who got the lead role? I looked up to see Rosalind's name, and there was my name. What? So I went to David Richmond, Professor David Richmond, and I said, I wanted to say, you made a mistake. I'm not worthy of that. I'm not talented enough, and that's not going to work out. Instead, I said, could you just tell me, why did you choose me? He invited me into his office. I sat down, and he looked at me, and he said, you're my ideal, Rosalind. I've watched you through college. You are not only a survivor, but a thriver. You have such internal fortitude and strength and perseverance. I've never met a young woman like you. And he told me all the things that maybe I thought inside, but no one had ever seen before. Professor David Richmond was 100% legally blind. He couldn't see all the things that everyone else saw. The frizzy hair, the crooked nose, the strange teeth. He saw me for the very first time because he saw me. He gave me permission to believe that I was good enough, that I was talented enough. And on that one belief, I called my folks and I said, I love you guys so much and thanks for helping me with school. But I'm going to New York to be an actress. And they're like, we love you, but we can't help you. Good luck. I landed the lead in my very first feature film. I've done soap opera, Broadway, plays. I've been all around the world as an actress using my voice as a communication because one guy believed in me. So when I look out at you guys and I say, maybe my brother's out here, maybe my sisters are out here, maybe they need someone like me to grant you permission. Or I have this little thing. It's a permission card. And it is my big idea worth sharing. It says, I hereby grant you permission to, and fill in the blank. So I would invite all of you to stand up if you would. Thank you. And I would like you to imagine one thing that you would like permission to do in this life. And it starts with the word I. And you can say your name. I, Forbes Riley. Say your name. I hereby. And hereby is a biblical kind of word. It's got energy to it. I, Forbes Riley, hereby. And then the word grant. Not give you permission. You grant. So I grant permission to you. Say that out loud. I hereby grant you permission to, and fill in the blank. Oh, the world is listening to all of those. And if I am the great Wizard of Oz, I would grant them. But I have a feeling that maybe you are your own Wizard of Oz. So I hereby grant you permission, Forbes Riley, to live the life of your dreams, to stop playing small, and that when you understand that waiting for permission is the worst thing you could ever do. Because when you finally grant it to yourself, you begin to live the life that you were always destined to. So I hereby grant you permission to. I'm going to gift this one to the man who owns the venue that sponsored this beautiful event. And I'm going to leave you with 2 words. Are you ready? Permission granted. Come here, my John. Come here. Why are you crying? Why? That's for you, my friend.
Thank you.
Thank you for working for all of us.